everyone. How are you? So today I'm going to be doing a portrait from the Color Me Beautiful Women of the World. And I will be using the Derwent Coloursoft portrait set to do that. I'm going to be trying to do different portrait sets. Now in this book, I will never be doing a review of how many pages I've colored because I'm not going to be coloring in any of these pages. They're all going to remain blank because, as the author of the book suggests, if you enjoy doing portraits as I do and you want to try doing it different ways, you can just copy these onto cardstock. And he even suggests it. He said, that I encourage you to photocopy the pictures for your own personal use, of course. I'm not selling them or anything. So I will never be coloring in this book, but I will be coloring the pictures a lot, I'm sure. And I'll put a link below of what I'm using. I'm using vellum cardstock, Spring Hill. It's very good paper. And I have it right here, printed out already. And again, these are the Derwent Coloursoft. Now, I bought these years ago, and I've only used them once or twice. You can see one pencil got really worn down there, but they're very, very... I wanted to try them out before, when I considered buying a full set. And I never ended up buying a full set because they're too soft for me. I mean, I think they're even softer than Prismacolor, and Prismacolor is too soft for me sometimes. I like a little bit more hardness, so I guess it's personal preference, what you like. And some people, I'm sure, really enjoy them. Very soft pencils. I mean, it's great for blending and skin tones and whatnot. So, yeah, I mean, they're great pencils, of course. Derwent's top brand. No complaints there. Of course, the pencils are very thick, sturdy, big pencils, very well made. And so the colors that they come with the Skin Soft set are ochre, dark terracotta, blush pink, cream, brown earth, and pink. So you get 6 colors. So a very limited set, so that's fine. Now, when I first started out, because I bought this when I was first starting color pencil, and you feel overwhelmed in the beginning and you don't know what you need for just doing skin tones. You're like, what colors do I use? And I would come to learn over the years that you can use anything. And you can blend it. You have to learn about blending colors and etc. So you can use any color, but you don't know that in the beginning. In the beginning, you think there's certain colors you have to use. So these skin color sets are very handy if you're just beginning to get a handle on what colors to use. Right there. It is a small set. Again, it's a great way to test this set out. If you just want to try the pencils out before you buy, if you're considering buying a full set. So obviously with these 6 pencils, I'm only going to be doing her face because I'm going to use much brighter colors for the outfits. And I'm going to start with the darkest pencil here. This is the brown earth, and start filling in some shading here wherever the darkest shaded areas. I mean, I guess I wouldn't say they're too soft, just that they are very soft, like Prisma. So, but the barrel is much thicker, so it's a more meaty pencil to hold on to. They're very, I love the Derwent. I have all the Derwent pencils from the Inktense pencils. Excuse me. I love the Inktense pencils. I do want to get the Light Fast pencils eventually one day. I continue with color pencil and start doing more and more original artwork. And the Light Fast pencils would be very light fast. So your artwork lasts forever. Something like this I'm not too concerned about with coloring pages. But I tend to, with portraits, start with the darkest colors. I put in light layers, and then go to the lighter layers. There's no black here, so I do like usually to put black in some areas, so I'll probably take out my Prisma black and do the eyelashes and nose and all that. So there's no black. There is a cream, but there's no white with this set. with the skin color set anyways. You get the full set. I'm sure you'll get all of that and more. I'm barely touching the paper, and you get a good color payout here. Excellent color payout. Comes right out. There are so many different brands of pencils, including in Derwent itself, that I don't know which ones you would like best. We'd all love to get all of them, but that's not usually feasible, or should be, right? Because you're probably not going to use every brand they have. You're going to prefer one to the other. The harder to the lighter. I've heard people really like the Pablo pencils, but I heard they're kind of hard. And I don't really like too hard a pencil. I don't want too light, or I don't like them too soft, and I don't like them too hard. It's something in the middle. But I really like Black Widow seems to be, for me, the sweet spot. Not too hard, not too soft. I mean, sometimes I'll go back and forth. I'm in the mood. Hard pencil or really soft pencil. But these are, excellent, excellent. As you would expect from Derwent. Excellent pencils. It's just that, I'm using a light layer now, so it's not, it feels fine, but then when you start pressing down, that's when you notice how really soft they are. Which just can be great if you like that, but it can be too much sometimes if you don't want it to be that soft. So that was the brown earth, and then I'm going to go to the next darkest color, which is the dark terracotta. Go over the brown earth and extend it out a bit, very lightly, and using light layers. Little circles, or scribbles, or whatever you call it. Crumbling, I think, is another word for it. Basically, just little circles I'm using. I think this woman is Ukrainian. Up where she is. Let me look up real quick. He tells you, in the book, what each country is, so that there's no confusion, because can be with some of these pictures. And this woman is, where is it? In the back here. There we go. She is, I don't see it. Back here, she's the second to last one. Oh, here we go. Is it here? No. Oh, these are the zoomed in. Okay, so he gives you some pictures with them far away, and then some you can get it zoomed in. So I'm using the zoomed in one. So he's really nice. He thought of everything. This author is very good, this artist. He's like, I know some of you want a really big one. So this is India, Australia, USA, and Russia. Okay, this is Russia. She's Russian. Okay. Okay, so this is a Russian woman. Russia, Ukraine. A lot of Ukrainians are Russian, so there you go. Very close, not so off, far away anyways. I don't know anything about Russian culture, very little. Learn from coloring books. There you go. Recognize all of the additional costumes. When you see it, you'll know, aha, I know that costume. I've colored it. I like to put some shading down all along the chin area, a little bit under the lip. Well, I'm going to smooth it all out in the end, so right now it's just going to look kind of scratchy or crumbly here. You have to wait until the end to get the final results. As she is turning her head, I'm bringing back the brown earth pencil, sort of going to have some kind of creases here in her neck and turning her head. I'm just going to darken those a little bit more there. Get a little bit back here. This area back here is a little more shaded. And I think that one of the reasons you want to try coloring different ways of the same picture is you can try different lighting effects. You know, you always want to know where's the light coming from to determine the shading. And right now I'm just sort of putting the lighting sort of head on from the left. But, you know, I may want to later on try lighting from above or lighting from below or from the right. You know, try practicing coloring faces with the direction of light coming from different directions, and that can be helpful. Be good practice for that. If you enjoy coloring faces like I do, try different helps to use good reference photo. You want to try different lighting. I'm not using a reference photo right now. I'm just winging it here. Now, nowadays I don't even bother with skin tone sets. I've gotten much more practice, learned a lot more about coloring portraits, and I know that you can use just any colors. I mean, of course you want pink or whatever skin tone you're doing, but you also want to use blues and purples and greens. I go all out. All right, so for the darker areas. So next, I just used dark terracotta. So now the next lightest color I'm going to use, this is blush pink. So again, I'm going over the whole thing. We can make it much pinker now. But you have all the same colors on basically all skin tones, just in varying amounts. So and depending on the type of shading you're doing, sometimes a blue or purple or green can be more appropriate. It depends on the lighting and whatnot. But again, I'm just winging it here. These pencils, I haven't used these in a while, but these are great pencils. I do enjoy using them. I may change my mind about buying a full set. Well, I don't know. They are I know they're soft. They're soft like Prisma, but they're not as crumbly. If that makes sense. I mean, not that Prismacolor isn't crumbly, but it has a very high, which is great. It has a very good payout of color. It's very vibrant, and sometimes it can feel like too much. Sometimes you just want a little less payout, and this is sort of I guess a good a little bit less payout of color, even though it's very soft down. So let's say maybe it's a slightly, I'm going to change my mind and say it's not softer than Prisma right now, but of course I'm not pressing hard yet. When I start pressing hard, I know that's when it's going to be really soft. That's what I remember. So when it does have, it's different. It's definitely not the same formula as Prismacolor. It might be like when I'm just laying it down, it might be slightly harder in a way. Payout isn't too thick. It's a really great payout of color, I think. It's not too much, not too little. I'm pressing a slightly harder now because I'm putting on my third, fourth layers here. And it's a little, I need a little bit more pressure to get the color down and filling up the tooth here little by little. Yeah. So that was the blush pink. And next, there. Very light. So now I want to start pushing down a little harder here. So we've got like a light pink color here, just pink, and then we've got cream and ochre. So I think I'm just going to go to start pressing down with the pink. It's a very light pink color. I'm pressing a little bit harder now. We're going to pink it. I'm going to give her a pinky look rather than a more yellowy or... But again, I'm not using a reference photo, so I don't really, you know, in many faces, you'll see some areas maybe more yellowy or some more pink or red or whatever. So I'm probably just going to end up making her look a lot pinker in this picture. She'll be very pink. Maybe in the end, I'll add cream in the highlighted areas. Let's see. Under the nose to be a little bit darker. I'm going back with the dark terracotta as well, because normally you have a little bit more shaded down here, and this should be really dark. Pressing down hard, much harder now with that. Put some around the eyes for the eyelashes as well in the end. And the lips. I'm avoiding the lips right now. I'll get till later for that. Now I'm just blending them together there. You can see it blends beautifully in these pencils. Really, the color is just very smoothly meshed together. I don't know why I remember these being softer than Prismacolor. I think that it's actually, even pressing hard, I think that has excellent payout like Prismacolor. But I'm going to go with it being slightly harder, just slightly. These pencils. I just remember I used these years ago and I thought, oh, these are too soft. I don't know. Now I'm not quite feeling that way. I don't know why. Change of parts. Change your opinion on pencils over the years. You know? It's always good to go back and try them again and see how you feel. My memory of these pencils last time I used it, I remember thinking, oh, they're so soft. They are soft, but they're not as much as creamy as I remembered, which is good. I think that maybe I was surprised when I got them that they were so creamy, and that's why they seemed too creamy to me at the time. Like, it was a surprise. Well, it shouldn't have been. I mean, they're called Coloursoft, but they're so soft I was surprised they were so soft. I'm leaving certain highlighted areas white for now. I may fill them in with cream. Now I'm pressing down, and I could use some blending, some blending marker, or not. I might just burnish with my pencil, or I could use my burnishing pencil. Now I'm pressing down much harder here. Just get a little bit, smoothing it out. Another thing, when you start with the skin, it always looks too much at first because I haven't filled in the rest of it yet. And so her skin might look a little too much right now, but I think after I color in the rest of it, it's going to look less bizarre compared to the white. I think right now you just see the skin with a white background, so it might look a little much. But it's not. It's gonna, when I start my color in the rest of it, it's gonna smooth right in. And I could call it the ugly phase or what. I'm waiting on the lips because I want to do the lips red, I think. And I don't have red here. I have terracotta and pink. I'm gonna wait on that. I'm just gonna use this for the skin now. It's still not completely blended. It's still looking not as blended as I like. So I'm gonna use my. I don't have a Derwent blender, but I have a Caran d'Ache one. Let me see this one. Oh, I guess that looks. Yeah, that's really. Oh yeah, that's definitely quite a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna use this pencil. Just really smooth it out much more. I'm pressing hard there. Really want to smooth that skin out a little bit more. But well, see, I'm going to finish coloring her up, and then I want to make her pinkier to some places here. And I'll use the cream. This is for the highlights, the cream here. But then I'm gonna just finish coloring her, and then I feel like I should come back over this again with darker colors or more shading. I will do that for next. Hard to judge now because the pictures. But I think this is pretty much done. So I'm putting a little cream on her. I'm going to be yellowing her up just a little bit. Which is not too I don't know if that helps. She's not too red or orange here. That help. I don't know if this lighting is very red there. But like I said, right now, I'm gonna stop there and color the rest of her, and then we'll see. I'm using the dark earth now, just sort of. I'm gonna do the eyes again. I don't want to use these pencils for the eyes. I want to use maybe a blue or a green. You know, the lips I want to make red. So this is just for the skin. And yeah, that is it. That's what I'm going to stop right there. Of course, I'm not going to stop right there. I'm going to keep fussing with it. But I am pretty much done here. I'll fuss with it some more as I keep coloring. I'm a fussy colorer. Just fuss with it until it's like it the way I like it. I think I'm pretty much done. So that's pretty much how I would do skin. So you know, these pencils are excellent. The Derwent Coloursoft skin sets work very well. And this is now the cover. He colored her. It looks very white here. This is like almost no color on the cover page here, which I don't like doing. I want to fill in the whole. I want shadows. I want I like to make it really dark down here. You know, I like to really color them up. The heavy makeup here, so maybe that's a little more drama, I guess. So, which I think it'll come out. She'll look much healthier and tanner. A little bit of a tan outside, so that's what I'm going for. But I think so far, I'm gonna stop right there and then come back and color the rest of it. So there you have it. That is the skin tone set, using the skin tone set from Coloursoft. I hope you found this interesting. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.